Hey y'all, wanted to share with you how we got into flipping and how we flipped our first house. Um, it's not the difficult part about flipping properties is coming up with the cash. So you need the cash or the financing to purchase the house, and then you're going to need money to fix the house. So the first house we flipped, we we took out what's called a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, on our current home. So if you have equity in your home, you can go and do a um, home equity line of credit. So we use that HELOC, if you will, we use that HELOC for our down payments. And then we will go and finance the rest of the purchase. So we'll use that for the down payment. We have a partner that we do a lot of our flips with. We've only done one without him, and that was the one that was supposed to be a rental. So most of them we do with our partner. He also has a home equity line of credit that he pulls from. We put our money together and secure the down payment, and then we go out and we finance the loan for the house. So the first one that we did, we financed it and then we funded the renovations ourselves. So you can do that through your cash and your HELOC if you have enough, or you can get a credit card specifically for that job and use that. And then of course, once you have flipped the property, you pay yourself back everything that you spent, and then whatever's left over is the profits that you make, the proceeds from the sale. So another way to flip a house is if the house needs a lot of repairs. Then you can go and get a construction loan or a rehab loan. A lot of local banks offer this program. I would call it a program or product. A lot of local banks offer this. So what they're going to do, they're going to go appraise the house. They're going to find out what it's worth in its current state. Then they're going to also look at what would it be worth all fixed up. So the difference from that, I think you get 80% of that final number is what they'll give you in cash to handle the renovations. Now you're still paying monthly payments on that. It's interest only while it's in the construction phase. And then afterwards, if you don't sell it right away, or if you want to flip it into a permanent loan, you can. So you could do that with a rental too. If it needs a lot of work, you can change that construction loan into a permanent loan. You finance the entire amount that you spent. So that's another way that you can flip a house, is by getting a construction loan. We've done it both ways. So we've done it where we use our own cash to flip, to do the renovations, and we've done it where we've used the bank's money to flip and do all the renovations. And what happens with that is, as you spend money, you turn in receipts to the bank and they reimburse you for what you've spent. So that's how that works. Sometimes, depending on where you're looking, so you may have enough cash for a property. And this is going to depend on what's in your HELOC, or if you have a partner, and if you combine your money, can you afford to pay cash for a property? And I'll have to say that some price points, the banks don't like to lend on. So to get a conventional loan at a $50,000 property, usually, it might not work out. If you were doing a construction loan though, and the property was 50,000, but you're going to spend 50 fixing it up, then that bank would much rather loan you $100,000 rather than just 50. So it just depends on the price point of the properties you're looking at as far as what you're going to do. Now, we got into a situation one time, some auction companies won't allow you to finance anything. So literally we were scraping up, and I know that sounds weird, scraping up $80,000 to purchase a house. And literally. And so what we did at that point, we paid cash for this house, and then we went and we secured a credit card, and we used that credit card to pay for the renovations of the property. Once it was sold, we paid everything back. We paid ourselves back. We paid off the credit card, and then everything that was left over was our profits for the property. Now, when you're working with a partner, you may or may not want to do properties that have a small return. If you're working alone, a $10,000 swing is not bad for a couple months' work, depending on the price point and, the risk involved, because the higher the price point, the higher the risk involved. But if it's low risk and, you stand to make 10 grand, like, that's not bad. You didn't have it yesterday, so having it today is a big deal. Those are just some of the things that we've done to secure and flip properties. Price point knowing the market, knowing what it can sell for, those are all super important details that you need to know. How much is it going to cost me to fix it up? Robert likes to joke with me and Mark that uh, we always say one number and he always gauges about 10 grand more. So know your numbers, know what things cost, get estimates, work on those details. You need to have a clear idea of what it's going to cost, and then you need to know what it's going to sell for. What does the market look like? Are you in a downturning market? Are you in an upswinging market? You know, all those are going to depend on how the flip's going to go and what you're going to get out of it on the other side. Do you have a real estate agent? If you're not a real estate agent already, you know, you have to factor in all those costs. So just some tips there for flipping houses. Renting is similar because you could also, you know, you can buy these flips and, you know, you never know, you might want to hold it as a rental property. So you can use the same tactics and financing opportunities to flip, to hold property, to have rental properties. So just a little something there today I thought of, I wanted to share with everybody. If you're thinking about flipping a house, these are some of the ways that we've done it, and we've been able to secure financing or scraping up the cash to get it done. So hope that that helps with your, you know, your thoughts about it. If you were ever thinking about flipping or renting, having rental property, I hope that some of the tips that I said in here kind of helped you in the process. Have a great day.